Steli going to pick up?
Bigatron won't try to stop the utility jungler from the Alter Ego side. That's why they are banning the Baxia, they're banning the Martis. It still have the Bane if they want to use it, but Bane, when against Harriet, it's gonna be dangerous for Bane. It's gonna be hard to aiming for the Crab Claw Cannon.
Okay, they're on the fighters though, so it's most probably going to be a Fredrin in the jungle. Unless they pull out something crazy. Oh, Akai's not in the fighter. Yeah, there you go. Fredrin in the jungle, the only Uzuri jungle left, and this will confirm. Does it confirm it? Does it confirm Dairoth is going to the XP? Please don't go Fredrin XP, but there's a chance. Still a chance, though it's very slim.
Yeah, with Fredrin, flexibility right now, it's gonna be Bigatron need to be guessed what kind of playstyle that the Alter Ego wants to play. But if the Dairoth is going to be on the jungle, they need to be following up by the last pick of the high mobility movement, the roamer for the Alter Ego side. If with high mobility roamer on Alter Ego side, they can play more aggressively, like the first game or second game on this third game.
Oh my God, no way. I'm sorry, but I have a feeling it might be something crazy. Are they going to pull off something like a Bruno in the jungle now that the assassins have been taken out? Bruno or a Phyla, or now Bruno with an Angela is something that's pretty... Oh, it is something crazy. Not the Bruno, but it's an Aulus. Okay, holy moly, what?
Aulus and
debut.
Edith. It is, it's Aulus, the first time we've ever seen the Aulus here at MPL ID Season 12. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a change to Aulus in the recent patch.
Yep, by the ultimate, by the first skill itself, Aulus is get buffed. So it will get more advantage on the early game for Aulus.
So it's still relying on level 12, but it's faster.
Faster.
In the early game, better rotations, quicker rotations.
Especially with the Great Dragon Spear.
There you go.
It can work with Aulus.
It works really well with Aulus. And again, I've actually played with a friend of mine who plays the Aulus, and he said the Aulus feels really, really good. Good farm, good fights, and you just spam your ultimates.
Novaria last pick in though for Alter Ego. What do we think about this? It will give them a little bit more to work with and room in terms of information. But in the grand scheme of things, is it enough to save off the pressure from Bigatron Alpha?
Bigatron gonna love the pick-off game on this third game because the Angela Aulus, but they need to wait until the level 12. But with Harriet itself, it can give more spaces. That's why they're picking Uranus, because as we know, Harriet is a scaling heroes that need the items on the early game. Meanwhile, on the Alter Ego side, they need to secure that the Dairoth make Uranus facing a very hard time.
So they're counting on Dairoth to counter the Uranus, but how will Fredrin fare against the high mobility coming in from the Aulus? That is the main question, the main loophole, the main weakness I see in Alter Ego if they still want to play as aggressive as they did in game number 1 and game number 2. Anything standing out from the emblems or battle spells, but we'll have to wait on that for just a moment because we are finally going to see a new pick here at MPL ID Season 12, the Aulus on Bigatron Alpha, the last final game in this SCM Derby. Who will it favor?
Yeah, the time is the answer for the Bigatron side. They need to wait until Aulus level 12 or Harriet got that item. But our Alter Ego Esports gonna play or successfully executed the aggressive gameplay because, as we know, they have Angela right now. It's being harassed, Udil and Razi on the mid lane.
No Purify, man. That's a big resource already spent early on. And look at this, even Chorizo doing quite well against the Dairoth. But I'm trying to think of when we saw the Aulus last, and I think it was Fearless. Rebellion Zion up against Alter Ego too, and they won that. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was against Alter Ego. Whoa! First blood for the Angela mid!
That's a bold movement from the Key and Vayne itself. They got the first blood from the Udil. It's a really important first blood, so they get a lot of advantage on the early game for the level. Maybe they can start the lower, the Tarto.
And this is it. This is the patch notes, the difference, the adjustments that we were mentioning earlier on. That first skill.
The cooldown increased from 10 seconds at all levels to 16 until 14 seconds, and the duration is increased from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. And new frontal damage reduction effect, every 10 extra physical attack increases damage reduction by 1% up to 60%.
Some damage placed down there in the bottom lane, but Aulus should have a better time when it comes to clearing out the jungle. So far, has he been doing that? The better farm compared to Fredrin?
I'm not sure if better, but yeah, with Aulus, with his first skill, his second skill, it can help Aulus get faster, slaying all the jungle creep better than Fredrin.
And movement speed, right? That's what's...
The movement speed, the mobility, yeah.
Yeah, very, very expensive here, but it does seem like Boy is going to be able to secure the first turtle of the game. So already a very different shade here in game number... Oh, wait a minute, what?
Super Vin too deep.
Wait, big mistake there. And Super Saiyan almost also made a big mistake by diving in a bit too deep, but he understands the situation, backs up. I think Super Key was not ready with the hard guard. Because I think oh, wow, I didn't expect this.
Only Pak Pulum choose Alter Ego on this third key.
They believe.
Yeah.
We believe in the Aulus pick. It should be strong. So far, Super Ken level 6, still same with Boy, but
Super
that's
Vin
it.
not having a good time at all. 2 deaths in the last 30 seconds, yeah? Not even a minute has passed from that top lane dive.
But I remember that Bigatron Alpha is making Alucard debut before, but they lose. This Aulu debut will be a success story for them.
Let's hope, let's hope. For Aldo and Raiseboy's sake as well. We're
Wait.
looking at this right now. Udil.
I'm looking at the bottom lane. Pi cutting the wave as a Time Rock now jumping in. Oh, he might be able to find a kill here with the Abyssum Strike. Oh, Flicker! Pi gets a kill. 1-for-1 traded in. Who's it worth for? Alter Ego is the answer as they get a lot of gold up top as well. Super Saiyan now jumping into Zaman Force, doing some damage, and that's gonna be Rossi who gets picked off. Super Saiyan able to flicker around, but Udil chases him under the tier 1 and 2. Now Nino is going to fall to Super Vin as now he equalizes his score. No longer 0 and 2. It's 2 and 2 for the Edith.
But at least who got the kill points are Super Vin. It's the roamer from the Bigatron Alpha side, so it must be not giving him a lot of impact in terms of the items later.
With that being said, what do we expect here? We're entering the 4th, 5th minute of the game. Both of these teams are going to be rotating for that next turtle. And in terms of farm, Super Ken is a level ahead of Boy for the moment. But there's so many tools that can be utilized by Bigatron Alpha as well. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, they're only banking on maybe Boy's taunt. We'll see.
Don't forget the Astral Spheres and just the vision that you can provide with Rossi, Novaria on your team. Luckily for Alter Ego, though, there will be no contest. Whoa, ultimate down below. That's the onslaught of damage coming in. Pi taking very low, Cerezo tanking it up right now, and that should be enough damage for Super Ken to pick the kill up. And he's going back to full HP with the healing from the Angela.
They holding the damage from the outer turret one by one, so they just got in and get out and successfully executed.
Onward, Earth Shatter, Boy locked down. Primal Wrath gonna be used up right now, but Super Cerezo gets taken very low. Boy with the Abraser's Wrath! Big clap in with the Abraser's Wrath, but now it's gonna be traded in. Cerezo getting the healing from the Angela. He survives, what? He's out sustaining Udil, who's forced away. Meanwhile, tier 1 taken for free down below.
That's so much value for the side of Bigatron Alpha. We saw that Alter Ego was looking for a gank with 2 members, Novaria and the Beatrix, on to Super Saiyan, and yet Super Saiyan was still able to evade. So they lost so many resources in that particular moment, and Bigatron Alpha continue to look for more. But there's a game fact by Grab here. Aulus was last used in the MPLID Season 9 regular season, played by Onyx Sands, where Onyx managed to win that game against Evo's Legends. So it was actually Sans in the jungle the last time that it was utilized.
Before Kyrie is coming.
Before Kyrie came.
There you go, a little fun fact for you. But this Aulus is honestly quite disgusting. 2 turtles to Alter Ego, yet Super Ken is comfortably ahead. 1 level, he's about to be 2 levels right as he picks up this orange buff. And it just goes to show you how much of a lean, mean farming machine Aulus is.
Yep, he only needs 1 more level to joining all the team fights happening. But
That's
it's 50-50 Aulus prediction.
Primal Wrath used up, Super Vin taunted, knocked up, flickers out, Abraser's Wrath, oh, tanked up by the hard guard! Nibiru's Passion takes him down though.
Wow, Super Vin is down on that moment. And this third turtle, I think, is the movement for Alter Ego to get it because it's their advantage. Bigetron Alpha is lack of one heroes that are very hard for them to like contesting the turtle, and without the hard guard.
Should be a 4v4. Beatrix is down below. Pi gonna be caught there for a bit. Super Ken's looking for an angle to jump in, but Pi jumps in. Oh my god, that damage! Pi gets melted by the Aulus. So Rizzo's trying to look for an opening. So is Super Ken, but they gotta be careful about Pi, who can shred him down. Super Ken jumping in. Selly Boy with a good red tree. Secure. Udo with a Terrify earlier to stop it from happening. Selly Boy now gonna be collapsed on Fraser's Wrath, getting him some sustain, and that's an escape. Meanwhile here, wait a minute. Super Ken's chasing Nino down with a hard guard. My god! Whoa, Nino! Holy moly! He survives, gets out! Peel from Selly Boy!
And he takes 2 members down in his wake. Huge, huge, big win from Alter Ego Esports. Being able to get that turtle, 2 members taken down, given to Nino of all people. And that's a 2,500 gold lead and counting for Alter Ego. It seems like Bigetron Alpha, so far, they've completely ignored the objectives. I think they were banking on winning the team fights, but that play coming in from Nino, it made it not worth it at all.
And that count really saved the day to make Nino's run away on the back in the day.
The Primal Wrath and the Zaman Force. Alter Ego have forced out a lot. Astral Sphere poking him down even more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Super Ken pops in that first kill, runs away, as he should, against Alter Ego, who have so much kill threat.
Even without any big crowd control effect that Alter Ego have on this game, but if they needs to picking of one of the Bigetron Alpha heroes that they already have enough damage from Udil, from Rasi, because both of them are magical damage mid laner. And yeah, it's gonna stop Bigetron Alpha to play very, very aggressively, but they really needs the Dominance Eyes from the Selly Boy or even the Necklace of Durance from Rasi to stop the movement from Super Chorizo.
I think, let me double check, but if I'm not mistaken, I saw NOD built in for Udil. Yeah, there he is.
Udil,
he has the NOD already to counter that regeneration that you mentioned earlier on. So already a step in the right direction, but Udil needs to be present in these team fights.
Earth Shatter to disengage. Primal Wrath as well. He gets slowed down by the Astral Meteor. Abyssum Strike comes down. Hard Guard not in time. They don't decide to commit onto Super Vin, leaving him for dead. Alter Ego looking for a siege now in the mid lane as Bigetron Alpha try their best to go for a Lord reset here, trying to delay.
But without any initiator from Bigetron Alpha, I think Alter Ego wants to pick off someone again. He's gonna try to looking for some hands from Bigetron Alpha's side because it's really important if they got 1 or 2 kill points, it's gonna be Alter Ego who's gonna secure the Lord.
Definitely, but how in the world are they supposed to do that right now? I guess one of the things that Alter Ego Esports has above Bigetron Alpha is that range that they are severely lacking here, and the vision, and that's exactly what they are trying to capitalize over.
Onward, coming down right there with the Earth Shadow, knocking him up. Super Ken using the ultimate Selly Boy with the Praiser's Wrath already. A lot of resources spent up. That's a knock up from the Lord. Super Chorizo taken very low with the anti-regen. Onward connects onto Udo right now. Super Saiyan going for the Zaman Force, but the damage comes through, and Super Ken finds the Rectory somehow, some way, able to escape. Rossi walking down, getting smacked by that axe. Super Kyo escaping for a bit, but you can't escape from a targeted basic attack. Nino takes him down.
And that taunt just came into clutch here. Super Ken. Oh my god, look at that damage onto Rossi. Rossi gets traded out in return, but look at this.
Look at the flank, Selly Boy now with a taunt up. Oh my god, that damage! Oh, Praiser's Wrath! Oh, Super Ken! He's still able to survive for a bit, but the lockdown is inevitable. Nino shoots him down.
The trade is not too worth it, I think, because he just got Rasi, who is the roamer from the Alter Ego side. And the one who got the kill points are Nino and the Selly Boy got the assist. So it's really important for Alter Ego side to making sure that this tempo is still on their team, to make sure that they destroying all the objective left on the Bigetron Alpha side. And with that Pi, Armor Breaker is really important to aim for the Super Chorizo or even Ken during the team fights happen. And if you look at the items, Harriet, I didn't see Saken is shining on this game, Mirko, because look at the items, he already Starlium Sight, the Feather of Heaven, 2 Wizardry Staff to build the Holy Crystal. It's not enough.
Look at his gold disparity. 2,700 gold behind of Nino. It's a wonder why he's not shining. He's so far behind. With Nino already with his core items, we have the Malefic Roar on top of everything else. a lot of tools that he can utilize in his kit. Nino is certainly an issue now for Bigatron Alpha.
The Zaman Force was used. Oh, whoa, Super what? Open up the map a bit too aggressively, and Super Vin now. Uh-oh, needs to be careful. Alter Ego spotted him, knows where he's at. Sunny Boy with a red tree to slow him down, the taunt to knock him up as well. Not able to fully commit, but that's a big win once again for Alter Ego. They got a tier 2, and they're forcing Bigatron Alpha away from their own, from the enemy minions. Finally, a Holy Crystal, but I think that power spike is long gone.
Wow. But the good thing is, the outer middle turret for Bigatron Alpha is still there, Miracle. So it's gonna make Alter Ego a little bit hard if they want to dive in or camping on the enemy's jungle, but the Astral Eco is opening the map.
Oh no!
They walk in right onto Selly Boy there. The hard guard saves him for a bit. Super Pin with the Earth Shatter and onward Nito. What? Fancy feet, he's able to escape from Zaman Force, dealing the damage. Abyssum Strike, going to be able to shred them down, but Super Ken's damage is unreal. He charges forward, gets a big smack in with the axe. Now it's another triple kill for Super Ken.
And instantly it turns around. Ladies and gentlemen, what initially was taken by Alter Ego Esports has been taken back. Super Ken now picking up the Malefic Roar, so on top of all that raw damage we saw earlier, despite building in that physical defense, that damage is going to shred through. And this is when the magic happens. With 4 members standing here in the Lord Pit, Rossi and Uda being chased away by Super Sorizo, that leaves 0 chance for Alter Ego to claim that objective.
Yeah, it's a wise decision from Alter Ego to let go of the Lord right now, because it's really important. If they just want to contest it, they can easily get picked off by the Bigatron Alpha members, because it's only 2 of them who's gonna try for the contest. But on the last team fights, the kiting game from Alter Ego, it didn't execute it successfully, and they just got picked off.
Oh, Super, what?
Well,
Super Fin, deleted.
Well, maybe don't do that.
Maybe not.
Commitment, offside position from Super Fin.
I mean, Vince already 2-8-4. Before any action happens, he's already not even a part of the team fight. Not something that you would want, especially if you want to set up for the excess of all these, the push from the Lord.
What is that damage? Took Sully Boy that low, he doesn't even have a GDS. Okay, Super Ken needs to pace himself though. He can't be too aggressive, but my god, 1,700 damage per hit on these minions.
Yeah, in terms of damage, we know that Aulus is the best heroes as the melee heroes fighters to giving to the enemies. But look at that.
Oh my god, the consecration gets him out. That's the voice of Cerezo earlier. Was definitely holding in that breath.
It's a split second, Transcendent Ward to just go out from that moment. But if you look at in-game equipment by Dunia Games right now, it's already full item that Aulus Super Cam already have. The Rose Gold Meteor, Malefic Roar, Hasclaw, Berserker Fury, and even the Wind Talker. It's gonna make the movement speed from the Aulus gonna be very fast. But if you look at Nino is having a good items too, because he already having the Hunter Strike, Blast of Despair, Malefic Roar, and the Hasclaw, and including the Wind of Nature to holding the damage from the Super Cat.
What's interesting is Angela has actually opted for a lot more damage as well. A Holy Crystal being picked up alongside with a little bit of utility from that Ice Queen Wand. And of course, cooldown reduction and mana addition from the Enchanted Talisman. Are they lacking damage? Super Key opting for this offensive build?
It might be because they already have Super Sorizo as the sandbag. And if we look at that score, Super Sorizo is not down yet. So he is still able to survive with no kill points until right now.
We got to talk a little bit about Super Ken's lead over Selly Boy. Onward, Vin, no one's there to follow it up, and that might be the 9th death. There's an ultimate coming down though. Super Ken looking for the damage right now as he's going to be able to dish out some damage, but the Abyssum Strike connects. Super Ken forced back. Wind of Nature used up, Zaman Force as well. Super Sorizo is the guy who ends up dying his first death this game. And again, Vin is going in for these aggressive maneuvers without the follow-up of the rest of the team.
What is he doing? Is he overcommitting? Is communication off? Or like, is he just playing too individualistic up until this point? Because, I mean, Bigatron Alpha, with the lead that they had earlier on, they're paying their dear price for it. Look at the oppression that Alter Ego has.
Yeah, I think it's the communication Aeterna because he do it like twice before, just trying to initiate it, but his teammates didn't follow up.
Oh, wow! That tread now, Super Finn with the onward, finding Nino, but the Rose Gold Meteor comes in, but it's gonna be enough damage to take him down. Super Saiyan with the Zaman Force dashing forward again, he gets a sustain! Super Saiyan with the play, but it's not worth it. The Winter Truncheon saves Udil's life. Sully was looking for that retribution, finds it, as Udil's able to escape. Super Chorizo pulls back, and Alter Ego have won the team fight.
3-for-1 trade in that particular regard. Alter Ego pick up a Lord marching down in the top side. That initial shred coming in from 5, followed up by the damage from Nino. That was all it took to take down a Super Ken. Despite him going full damage, it means nothing if he gets taken down that quickly.
And it's a really good movement from Alter Ego Esports, who are trying to pick off Super Ken before. But with Super Saiyan dive in with the Zaman Force, it's not enough to give the damage.
Some good damage onto Udil though. Earth Shatter knocking him up again, and that should be a kill. Super T picks it up. Now Ken is dealing some damage back on the Silly Boy, melting him down. Taken very low. Super Vin with a few good shots, but he gets electrified by the Edith Primal Wrath.
Nino is not there yet, and yeah, it's a really dangerous position from Alter Ego before. That's why they just get picked off 2 kills for Bigatron Alpha, and yeah, Bigatron Alpha still can defend their base right now.
In the grand scheme of things though, they lose that bottom tier turret, that inhibitor turret. That should be pushing in favor of Alter Ego for the moment. So I understand they do lose a few members, but when they go in for the neutral objective take again, it actually might pay off as we take a look at the instant replay. What on earth happened? Super Ken just getting deleted there.
Yeah, they just go all out, but the onward, the Earth Shatter to Nino. Even the follow-up damage from Super Saiyan is really important to taking down Nino.
Oh, and this him just being able to sustain it through all that damage, almost outplaying, but there was a clutch Winter Truncheon from the side of Udil, and even using his own skills against Vin himself. That was just really micro clutch plays from both of the teams, honestly, as Alter Ego pick up... Wait, what? Udil? Lightning Truncheon?
Lightning Truncheon to
Now?
giving more damage. Yeah, it's kind of late, but it's late or never for Udil, because Clock of Destiny, Necklace of Durance, the Divine Glaive, Winter Truncheon, and the Lightning Truncheon. It's all item, all out damage from Udil itself with one utility to countering again the lifesteal or even the healing effect from the Angela with Necklace of Durance.
Yeah, you can see them starting to respect it for sure. You have 2 NODs, 2 dominance ices. The only person not going for that is Nino with his full just offensive build here. Does he need to respect anything? Does he sell the boots for something else now?
I think he needs a boost. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, the boots can be sold, I think, no?
I think, yeah, they still can solve the boot because with this Evolved Lords coming, Miracle. So he needs a very item to make maybe more sustain, maybe more damage to facing against the opponents later during the team fights.
Okay, I have a very, very interesting idea that might sound crazy, but you know how the Wind of Nature is great for the marksman? Aulus is basically a marksman at this point, right? He's the late game carry for Bigatron Alpha. I know it's halved on non-marksmen, but the Wind of Nature, does it not give the Aulus some value to be able to just sustain? He already has the hard guard. Imagine if he has the Wind of Nature just to delay the damage even more for 1 second. But wait, Vin gets knocked up. Sully Boy chunked as well. Seems like Bigatron Alpha wants to hold on to this Lord as Sully Boy jumps in with a taunt and with a knock-up. Saken gets chunked as well with a good splash there. Super Vin now with a conceal, 2-man taunt. Saken forced back. Oh, Earth Shadow Flicker onto Nino! Super Saken finds the kill now. A Super Ken deals out the damage. Sully Boy with an amazing retribution to maybe possibly save the game. But Super Saken has picked up a double kill.
And this is a problem because now Nino is taken off the board. Who in the world is supposed to go for the clear with the Lord still going in for Alter Ego? That really does buy them a little bit more time unless Bigatron Alpha want to try and look for an end here.
It's a really good decision to from Super Finn to aim for Nino, using the flicker, using the onward to aim for Nino itself. So when Nino is down, Alter Ego is lack of their damage right now. They cannot do anything even though they got Lord.
So look at that Zaman Force though. Super Saiyan zoning them away. It almost looked like Alter Ego might be able to win that team fight with a few good pokes back. But yeah, that Lord truly did give Alter Ego another life.
Ooh. Life might be an option for Alter Ego right now because it's quite hard to facing against Saken later, who already have all the items, and especially for the Super Camp, as we know, like Mirko mentioned before, with his crazy ideas with the Wind of Nature to hold against the damage for 1 second is really important for Super Camp.
So you agree? You think the Wind of Nature can work on this Aulus?
I agree, but yeah, he needs to like fastly sells it if it's not usable anymore.
I have a question though. I think before we went into this game, you guys mentioned the Dragon Spear for Aulus.
Yep.
Did he pick it up?
No, he didn't. He ignores it because he's not really going to be spamming that ultimate. I think in my rank games, it's completely different, right? So, oh, whoa. Primal Wrath stolen away, instantly gone in. The ultimate now used by Super Ken, but he's kiting away. Look at that. Pi jumps in, Super Vin might lose his life. 10th death for Vin.
And it's a really important pick off from the Alter Ego side. So they will get the map control. So they will get Bigatron Alpha to stay on their base, being caged like a bird.
Not just map control, but also an instant takeaway from the threat onto Nino. Who's supposed to deal that damage on him? Who's supposed to take him out? Without Super Vin, 35 seconds. And look at the waves crashing in that bot and top side. This is a disaster for Bigatron Alpha. They don't have the range to counter Alter Ego at this point.
They didn't even have the big crowd control evac if Finn is down like now.
Look at that, Bennett.
Yeah, it's just poking the base turret until the base turret is destroyed.
Jeez. There should be a free base turret in the mid lane. Renner's Apathy, ooh, on the Super Ken, another Astral Sphere. Look at the poke from outside, and that Renner shot to finally take the base turret down. Oh, they keep it alive. Just 1 HP on that Lord, or not on that base turret.
Just one shot is all it takes to take that down.
But yeah, with this Lord, I think they don't need to be rushed. They need to aim another Super Fin pick off, and because Super Fin is the winning condition for the Alter Ego Esports.
Unfortunately so, but they go in for a concealed play. But it's red out.
Is it though? Sully Boy is in the front. Zaman Force going to be used up. Appraiser's Wrath connecting, getting a bit more sustain with Super Fin. Is doing the same thing with the Primal Wrath. Oh, Chorizo gets melted down. Dodge away from the Astral Sphere. Now it's a retry battle. It should be. Super Fin gets another Shatter onto 2 members. Super Fin losing immortality. Winter Trunching going to be bought. Chorizo losing immortality as well. Nino cutting them down. Who's it going to be right now? Sully Boy's free to go for the Lord. And Bigatron. Oh, Nino gets slain by Super Socket. Another entrance, perhaps, for Bigatron Alpha. Sully Boy with the taunt and the lockdown on the Chorizo as the Astral Echo reveals the members of BTR. And now they are forced to defend, but Alter Ego do not have a marksman. This is another way to clear the wave again.
They still have Pi, who have the physical damage to destroying the base of Bigatron Alpha, but is it enough if Bigatron Alpha use the Zaman Force to use all of their resources to clear the Lord who's coming on their base?
I don't think it's enough. They don't have any siege power here. No Nino means no fight. Sully Boy getting chunked. Oh, Alter Ego. They need to back away. They need to respect this. Oh, that's some good damage though on the Astral Sphere. Let's see, Lord taken low, Super Ken falling to the ultimate, he's getting burnt down! Sully Boy joins in the fight, Super Ken buys the immortality! Holy moly! Sully Boy was a bit late to the immortality duel, and Ken outplays him!
Oh no! Just the same story over and over again between both of these teams. This constant ping-pong battle going back and forth. It's always a Bigatron Alpha being able to secure a Nino, a kill onto Nino, Alter Ego picking up a Lord. A stalemate though. Without Nino, Alter Ego can't push. Without the Lord, neither can Bigatron Alpha. If nothing changes, it's just going to be the same story over and over again. But if it drags into the late game, who will it favor?
It depends who's...
We're already in the late game.
Yeah, we're on the late game. That's why the winning condition for Bigatron Alpha is picking off the Nino and Odil. I think that's the main problem from Alter Ego Esports if they want to win this game. But for the Alter Ego Esports, yeah, Super Fin is the key and Saken. Because if I said before Saken is not shining, and now Saken is shining.
He's been able to outplay a lot of maneuvers coming in from Nino, which is a good thing in these team fights. If Nino survives, that's a huge issue for Bigatron Alpha. They're banking on Supervin going in. And it doesn't matter, 3-11-9 KDA so far. So good. The fact that they're able to take Nino down, I feel like that's quite a worth it trade. Your tank for the enemy gold laner as the real-time win probability. Oh, Zelly Boy.
Oh, that's a taunt. This might be bad for Vin, but he gets out with a flicker. And Sully Boy gets out with no resources burnt. Just an Astral Echo and a Bandit's Rage that is going to be up very, very quickly.
If the Bigatron Alpha member didn't show up on the when they want to open the bush, because if like the positioning is far from the others, it's gonna be dangerous for Alter Ego side because Supervin can easily pick off the Alter Ego's member.
Open up vision here. Do they still rely on Supervin from the side of Bigatron Alpha, or do they go for Chorizo?
Oh, from the Bigatron Alpha side?
Yeah.
I think they just can go together using the Super Chorizo or even the Supervin to go inside the bush together.
Look at Ken, look at Ken.
Yeah, he's trying to play the split bush game of managing the wave, so Ken will joining the Lord fight right now.
That extra movement speed, it does give them a little bit more to work with. Especially Bigatron Alpha having a lot more homework to do to utilize that bottom wave. But here we go, conceal play. They don't find Nino. I don't think they want to commit until they do.
Now the Astral Echo only connects to Super Ken, so they still don't know where Supervin is. And look at Supervin. In the midst of it all, he walks up in front. Now the Earth Shatter gonna be able to knock out Pi. Only Pi though. Super Saga with a hard guard, jumping in with his Amon Force. Appraiser's Wrath dodges away from Super Chorizo. What? He runs to his death. Now Sagan flickers out, but Pi jumps in as well. This might be a disaster here. Aggressive strike. Super Sagan buys the immortality. Meanwhile, Super Ken, look at what he's doing right now. He's splitting it up right now. It's a shutdown for Nina, but Super Ken gets an immortality for Selly Boy. Winter Trunching to be blocked. Superman gonna lose his life, and Alter Ego will push forward on the Lord. A miracle is what Bigatron needs, and a miracle will be taken away from them as Alter Ego secure possibly the final Lord in the game.
It's gotta be disaster for Bigatron Alpha Eterna because they are lost 3 heroes right now and only counting on Super Ken and Super Key to defense from the Evolved Lord on the 30 minutes.
Let's see. Ken's able to clear out this way for now. No shots onto the turret. This is they need to pull off what Albert did in Season 6.
The Death Timers are their ultimate demise here. 35 seconds for Supervin. Super Saken, one of the last and final hopes for Bigatron Alpha. As both of the waves are crashing in, the final stand is here.
It's over. Super Ken getting dove in the base, and Alter Ego against all odds takes the W 2-1.
Standing at a 2-time lose streak, Alter Ego, they bring back the momentum into their hands.
Look at Ayahodil face. He's so relieved when winning this match. And it's a second fail for Bigatron Alpha to using a debut hero.
Not the best send away for Bigatron Alpha here, right before they go to ISF.
But yeah.
Definitely not a good showing, but it was a